Lindsay, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm Jez Watkins.
Nice to meet you.
And do you have a copy of your resume for me?
I do, right here.
Very good, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's Lindsay Ham, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we thank you for applying for the position here.
Thank you for interviewing me.
First off, just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I'm from Yorba Linda, California, which is in eastern Orange County. I currently go to BYU, and I am majoring in public health. Now I will be graduating within the next year. And I, over a year ago, graduated from Taylor Andrews Academy of Hair Design in Orem, Utah. And that is why I'm applying here today at your salon.
Okay, that sounds good. So we like to ask all of our applicants this question when we have an interview with them about why should Fusion Hair, the company that we have here, the salon that we have here in Beverly Hills, why should we hire you?
Well, I've always had a love for fashion and for beauty and for hair design and makeup design. And I feel like I'm able to follow your salon's motto, which is we don't follow trends, we start them. I feel like I am able to add a lot to that because I like to try different things that I don't see on the runway, things I don't see in the magazines, and I like to express my artistic abilities and everything through different ideas that I've had from nature, from architecture, from different areas, instead of copying things from other designers.
Okay, well that's definitely something that we value here at Fusion Hair, is people to have some original designs for haircuts and hair coloring. So I'm happy that you've had a chance to experiment with that here in the past. Tell me about a time when you had an important project to complete and how it turned out.
Okay. I would say one of the more important projects that I've ever worked on is when I was a supervisor over a group of girls at my hair school when we were putting on a fashion and hair design show called Next Dimension Hair Design and Fashion Show. All the proceeds from our ticket sales went to the Battered Women's and Children's Association. So we wanted it to be very organized, very artistic, very new edge, nothing that people have seen before, because we wanted enough people to come so that we could benefit this charity that we were working towards. I was asked to be a supervisor over my group, and I was able to supervise about 12 girls, and we had about, I think we had 12 different models, 7 males and 5 females, and we had to design their hair, design their makeup, design choreography, design their, the clothes that they were wearing, and pick out music that they were going to be walking down the runway to and performing different activities around the stage. Our clip was about 3 minutes long, and we prepared for it for about 6 months, making all of our own costumes, all of our own hair pieces, using all of our own ideas. And it was so fun to be able to supervise the girls and make sure that everyone was working properly, that things were getting done on time, and that everything was going to be running smoothly so that our segment of the show would run as smoothly as possible.
Okay, were you responsible for the hair cutting and coloring for both guys and girls, or was it specifically girls?
The model that I specifically worked on was a girl, but I helped some of the girls that I was over were working on males and females, just depending on how many models they were assigned to.
Okay. I'm sure that experience gave you an opportunity to figure out what your strengths are as far as hairstyling goes. So talk to me a little bit about what some of your major strengths are in terms of hair cutting or hair coloring or hair design, and then afterwards just tell me about a few of your strengths in general.
Okay, so probably one of my all-time favorite, because I'm the best at it, in my opinion, is coloring. I love working with color and doing different chemical processes and different coloring techniques on women and men's hair. I feel like the color is an area that I can express my artistic ability and my artistic eye, that I can see what color will look good on people, what placement I need to do on certain people to accent the specific features along their face and along their body that they want to accent, where they feel most beautiful. And I feel like coloring is where I have most of my strength is in coloring. compared to the other parts of hair design. But some of my other strengths are, I feel like people are very comfortable around me. I often have clients sitting in my chair that will just tell me everything about their whole life before the end of the appointment, and I feel like that's because I can just make people feel comfortable and they feel themselves and they don't feel like I'm judging them, but they also feel like I can listen to them and give good advice. And I feel like I'm a hard worker and I will get things done on time, and I want them to be the best that they can be. And so I will always do my best on the little things to make the big things even better. And I feel like I'm very dependable and very trustworthy and very responsible with anything that is asked of me and I can accomplish whatever is asked of me.
Okay. Now you mentioned that people feel comfortable talking to you and telling you things about their lives. Have you noticed in your time cutting hair that has brought more clients back to you and showing some loyalty towards getting their hair done just from you? Or has that not really been something that's happened?
No, I would definitely say that is something that has helped me keep my clientele. Just with my own history, with people that I've done my hair growing up, I've noticed that I was more intrigued to go back to girls that I felt a personal connection towards. And I feel like I'm able to do that with many types of different people, not just specific people that I would think would be the people that I would want to hang out with on the weekend. I'm able to connect with a lot of different people, and I feel like that connection helps them feel more comfortable and more trustworthy of my capabilities in helping them feel beautiful, and so they're willing to come back to me no matter what.
Good. Good. We definitely value that. So you mentioned a few things that are considered strengths in your opinion, as far as your overall skills and then just traits that you have as a person. What is one weakness that you may have? And just talk a little bit about that.
Okay. So I noticed starting hair school out that one of my weaknesses was that I was so high-strung about about having directions on how to do every little thing. I was not able to let myself just be artistic when I first started cutting hair and first started coloring hair. I was so ingrained in the way that I was raised, where I was told exactly what to do to accomplish something, that when it came to just feeling a haircut and letting my eye see the shape that I wanted to cut into that person's hair, or letting my eye see the colors and the placements that I wanted to put into that person's hair, that I wasn't able to just let myself do it. I was so uptight about saying like, oh, what am I supposed to cut next? Where should I go next? How do I get this into there? Rather than just experimenting and letting myself relax. And I feel that through practice and through kind of forcing myself to be more comfortable and more confident in my abilities, I've been able to just be more, not relaxed in a sense where I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing, but relaxed in a sense where I just don't freak out and I let myself be artistic and let myself control the hair in a way that it just flows, rather than me thinking that it needs to be a rigid schedule of I cut this piece of hair and then I cut this piece of hair, or I place this foil here and I place this foil here, that there's not a 1 + 1 = 2, that it's going to be something more abstract. And that was something that I had to let go of, and I feel like it's become one of my strengths now, is that I'm more artistic than I ever thought I could be because I've let myself relax about it.
Good. And that's something that you're definitely going to need to have here at our salon, just because you'll be dealing with a lot of high-end type of people that are going to be looking to you to be confident in the hair design that they're going to have, and they want to make sure that you feel like you're going to give them the best hairstyle that they need. And that'll definitely be something that's important, so I appreciate you mentioning those things. Briefly, in one sentence, tell me what a former employer would say about you, and then tell me what a former professor would say about you.
Okay. I think a former employee would say... Thank you. Former employer would say that I was dependable and that they were able to ask me to do a number of types of jobs or responsibilities that they needed accomplished, and that I was able always to get those done. And a former professor would say that I always tried hard in my schoolwork, and then I tried to make friendships with people in my class and just tried to be studious and do the best I could.
Great. Those are definitely excellent comments to have somebody say to you, so if we do happen to call one of your references, we'll be sure to get their opinion about you, and I'm sure it'll be positive. So moving on to just one more question that I'd like to ask you. What are your future plans and goals? What are some personal goals you have, career goals, things like that? Just talk to me briefly about that.
Okay. Well, getting out of high school, I had always wanted to go to hair school, but my parents felt really strongly about me going to a university. So I followed their commands a little bit and went to 2 years at BYU. And after I finished my second year, I decided that it was time that I wanted to go see how I did in the beauty industry. So I went to hair school at Taylor Andrews, and as I was there, I got kind of a little inspiration, if I do say so, that I decided that I wanted to combine my knowledge in health and nutrition and fitness with my knowledge now of the beauty industry. And so my absolute dream would to be make my own program or company where I combine my beauty industry with the health industry, and I would make my own company where I could help people feel better about themselves. If I could just help one person my whole entire life, I would be so happy. I think that'd be just the greatest thing ever. I think helping people feel happy and confident in themselves and helping them to realize that they can accomplish anything is one of the most important things that we can do here on this earth. And I think that my abilities and my knowledge in both areas will help me to be able to do that. And so I've always thought that would be so fun to help any girl or boy feel confident and happy in themselves. I've always loved the quote by Audrey Hepburn where she says, prettiest girls are the happiest girls. Or pretty girls are happy girls. And so I always thought that that statement is so true, that I want to help people feel happy, and not happy in a sense where they have gained the media beauty, you know, where the world thinks that they're beautiful, or the things that they see on magazines and everything like that is telling them that they're not beautiful enough. That I feel like beauty really comes from being happy and feeling good about yourself inside. And so I want to combine that definition of beauty with the definition of trying to be healthy and trying to be fit for your body shape and for your life situation, and combining those. So I would absolutely love to make my own company where I can do something with that. And eventually I want to become a mom and help raise sons and daughters that will help keep the next generation of people healthy and beautiful and feeling good about themselves.
Well, those are great goals. They sound definitely like they're worthwhile, and I wish you the best in accomplishing those goals. And I know that your experiences here at this hair salon will definitely put you in a good position to make sure that you have the experience necessary to open up one of your own beauty type of salons yourself. In closing, do you have any questions for me? Anything that I can answer for you?
Yes, I do actually. Okay, so I know your guys' salon uses Redken and Schwarzkopf products. Do you require your employees to buy their own products of those specific brands, or do you have a community-based program where anyone can use any of the products that the salon has purchased?
Good question. At Fusion Hair, we have a community product program where all employees are able to take from this basket of product and use it for their customers and their clients. And we will replenish that basket of goods every week and make sure that you will all have plenty of products to use, and you won't have to worry about running to the store or going to a cosmetology center in order to pick up the necessary products you'll need to use. So you'll definitely be taken care of in that regard.
Okay, good. Also, do you offer full-time or part-time or both? And then do you have booth rental, or is it all based on just salary-based?
We do have part-time and full-time. If you're part-time, then it is just going to be based upon booth rental and how well you do just in your time here. But then we also have full-time as well, and that's salary-based. You'll get paid a fixed amount per hour and per year, and then you will make commissions on top of that, and then also tips if that's something that one of your clients feels like they'd like to give you.
Okay, great.
Any other questions for me?
I don't think so. I think I'm good.
Alrighty, well, I want to give you my business card here.
Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Jez Watkins.
Jez, and I'm Lindsay again.
Nice to meet you, Lindsay.
Thank you.
And we'll be sure to get back to you within the next 2 or 3 days and let you know if we'd like to have you come in and have a second interview with us.
Okay. If I have any further questions, would you like me to call you, or?
Yes, my phone number is down there on the bottom and my email address as well, and I have that with me all day.
Great. Thank you.
All right, thank you.